Hey everyone and welcome. Today, we're going to crack open a genuine time capsule of spiritual wisdom. We're looking at the July 1953 issue of Akhand, Jyoti, a Hindi magazine from the incredible spiritual master Yug Rishi Pandit Sriram Sharma Acharya Ji. The title Yug Rishi basically means a sage for the modern era, and we're about to find out just how timeless his teachings really are.
And here it is. Just look at this cover. This artwork, it just pulls you right back over 70 years, doesn't it? It's like a little window into the spiritual mindset of that time, all centered around this beautiful, serene image of Goddess Gayatri. This really isn't just a magazine, it's more like a message in a bottle sent from a completely different time.
And that message? Well, it becomes crystal clear with this one powerful quote from inside the issue. This single sentence gets right to the very core of the magazine's whole philosophy. It sets up the Gayatri Mantra not as just another prayer, but as the supreme tool for purification and for enlightenment. This is going to be our central theme.
Okay, so here's our game plan. We'll start by digging into the magazine's core philosophy. Then we'll unlock the secrets of the Gayatri Mantra itself. After that, we'll get into some practical advice for seekers, hear some incredible stories of faith, see the bigger mission for society, and finally, pull out the lessons that still ring true today.
All right, first up, The Undying Flame. The name of the magazine itself, Akhand Jyoti, literally translates to the unbroken or eternal flame. And that's such a beautiful metaphor for the divine light of wisdom that these teachings say exists inside every single one of us, just waiting to be sparked.
And sparking that flame, that was the mission. The founder didn't see this as just a publication. He saw it as a movement. The whole point was to give people the tools and the inspiration they needed to ignite that inner flame in their own lives, and by doing so, guide all of humanity toward a more conscious and compassionate way of living.
So if the goal is to light this inner flame, then what's the key? Well, according to this 1953 issue, the answer couldn't be clearer. It's the Gayatri Mantra. They even call it the Maha Mantra, the Great Mantra.
So what is it exactly? Well, yeah, it's a sacred chant from the ancient Vedas, but the magazine talks about it as so much more than just words. Think of it like a piece of spiritual technology, a kind of vibrational key designed to unlock higher states of consciousness, to purify the mind, and ultimately to lead you to liberation.
Now, what's so fascinating here is just how wide-ranging the benefits of this mantra are, according to the magazine's 24 aphorisms. This isn't just about some far-off spiritual goal. It talks about purifying your intellect, granting you health and prosperity, and even destroying sorrow. It's really presented as a complete tool for improving pretty much every single aspect of your life. And this image is a fantastic way to understand the divine force behind the mantra. What you're seeing is the five-faced form of Gayatri. Each one of those faces represents the divine energy that flows through one of the five elements. You've got earth, water, fire, air, and ether. It's a symbol that this power is totally universal. It's woven into the very fabric of creation. Okay, so understanding the mantra's power is one thing, but how do you actually, do it? This is where the magazine gets super practical, offering direct, no-nonsense guidance for anyone walking the spiritual path. And the most crucial point here is your intention. There's an article in here called Warning to Aspirants that draws a really clear line in the sand. This practice is for purification and for the well-being of everyone, not for selfishly trying to get superpowers. The magazine makes it absolutely clear that why you practice is every bit as important as what you practice. Right, and this path isn't a quick fix. It demands discipline. The magazine really hammers home that this isn't some 5-minute ritual you just check off a list. It's a whole lifestyle. It calls for purity in your body and mind, unwavering faith that this process works, real consistency in your daily practice, and living a life that's totally aligned with truth and compassion. It's the whole package.
Now, this is where all that theory becomes grounded in real human experience. The magazine is absolutely filled with incredible testimonials, letters sent in by readers who are sharing their personal stories of transformation. And honestly, these accounts are the real heart and soul of this issue.
And this first story is just amazing because of who it comes from, a medical professional. In an article about healing through Gayatri, a doctor writes about his own patients, people with chronic illnesses that he, as a man of science, had basically given up on. And they were completely healed after they took up the Gayatri practice with faith. You see that combination over and over in the magazine. Disciplined practice, coupled with this deep, profound faith, leading to outcomes that people could only describe as miraculous.
And the stories just keep coming, covering this huge range of problems. A girl suffering from seizures, another with a fever that just wouldn't break, a little 8-year-old boy with measles. All these accounts describe people finding relief from all sorts of physical and mental struggles, and they all attribute their recovery to the power of their practice.
I mean, just think about the impact of reading these stories over 70 years ago. For that community of readers, this was way more than just inspiration. It was proof. It showed the real, tangible, life-altering results that could come from a life dedicated to spiritual discipline. And that personal transformation, well, that was the key to an even bigger idea.
But you see, as powerful as all these individual stories are, they're all pointing toward a much bigger, much more ambitious goal. The transformation of one person was really just the first step in a much, much grander vision.
And here is that vision, captured in the magazine's rallying cry, Dharma ka abhyutan karo. It translates to uplift righteousness or revive Dharma. This was never just about finding personal peace. It was a powerful call to action to get out there and help build a better world.
And that's the central idea right there. Individual spiritual growth is the foundation for collective societal growth. The ultimate goal wasn't just personal salvation, it was the revival of Dharma, the creation of a society that runs on the principles of truth, compassion, and selfless service for the good of absolutely everyone.
So that brings us to our final section. We've taken a pretty amazing journey back to 1953, so now let's bring these lessons into the here and now and see how they connect with our world today.
It's a really powerful question to sit with, isn't it? I mean, sure, our technology and our lifestyles have changed in ways they couldn't have even imagined. But that core human search for meaning, for inner peace, and for a better, more harmonious society, that is just as real and relevant now as it was back then.
So, at the end of the day, what are the biggest takeaways from our little trip back in time? Well, we've seen how the Gayatri Mantra is presented as this incredibly powerful tool for inner wisdom. We saw how faith, when you combine it with discipline, can literally change lives. But we've also seen that the real goal of this kind of spirituality goes way beyond just yourself. It's about lifting up all of society. And at the heart of it all is this beautiful belief that the inner light, the Akhand Jyoti, is eternal, and it's accessible to every single one of us.
And we'll end on this final, incredibly inspiring quote. The work described in this magazine is called a great yagya, which is like a sacred offering done for the benefit of all humanity. The mission was so simple, but so profound, to help make this earth a heaven once again. A timeless goal from over 70 years ago that still gives you chills today.